First of all, we will be in Hindi and English both. हिंदी इंग्लिश में दोनों में बात करेंगे ताकि हम लोग इंटरकनेक्टेड रहें. So IoT based home automation. So basically इसमें दो पार्ट हम लोग ऐड करेंगे, एक IoT, एक होम ऑटोमेशन. होम ऑटोमेशन इज पार्ट ऑफ IoT. सो पहले हम लोग व्हाट इज IoT सीखेंगे. सो IoT बेसिकली IoT क्या है हम लोग ये जानते हैं. My name is Mohammad Nadeem, working at CIMFR Dhanbad. So, what is IoT? IoT is basically refers to interrelated, internet-connected object that are able to collect and transfer data wirelessly without any human intervention. So basically IoT requires many components of many objects, that is sensor, and for sensors to be connected wirelessly we need Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or a LAN network to connect sensors with microcontrollers. Basic flowchart for IoT based home automation requires sensors, that is to be connected with Wi-Fi network. That the data will be transferred to the server through that network, and data processing required, and finally user interface. IoT हमारे लाइफ को इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहा है हर एक फील्ड में. From what we react to what we behave, from everyday life. हम लोग प्रतिदिन देख सकते हैं कि IoT हमारे एनवायरनमेंट में फैल चुका है, और IoT from our smartphone to the to AC connected with our smartphone, and what smartwatch we use today, that all are connected to the IoT. IoT is basically Internet of Things. Internet of Things, that is a network of physical objects or people that people call things, that are embedded with software, electronics, network, and sensors that allows these objects to collect and exchange data. Basically, the goal of IoT is to make our life easier and more easy, reliable. हम लोग IoT का एग्जांपल देख सकते हैं कि हम लोग स्मार्टफोन जो यूज करते हैं विथ स्मार्ट वॉच या फिर AC हम लोग घर में यूज कर रहे हैं, या फिर लाइट कंट्रोल सिस्टम, एंड इन अब कार्स, हमारे कार्स में भी आ रहे हैं जो कि हम लोग जो भी डेस्टिनेशन जाते हैं वो शॉर्टेस्ट रूट बताने के लिए वो भी IoT बेस्ड है। और फिर जाकर इस ट्यूटोरियल में हम लोग जानेंगे कि क्या क्या है IoT के, व्हाट इज द हिस्ट्री ऑफ IoT, व्हेन इट बिगन्स और हाउ इट वर्क्स, इट्स एप्लीकेशंस, and what are the challenges in making a IoT system, and what are its advantages, disadvantages, what is are its best practices that we can uh, that we can make in practice. Actually, IoT history of IoT is not far. The first case of IoT was made in 1970. The idea was proposed in 1970, and the actual idea of connecting devices was proposed in this year. And then after 1990, John Romkey created a toaster which could be turned on or off through using internet. And now toaster is common in every maximum homes. In 1995, Siemens introduced the first cellular mobile module built for machine-to-machine control. The term Internet of Things was used by Kevin Austin during 1999 at his work at P&G, which became widely accepted. From this year, 1999, Internet of Things came to our light. And in 2004, the term was mentioned in famous publications like Guardian, Boston Globe, and Scientific American. In 2005, UN International Telecommunication Unions published its first report on its topic. Then in 2008, the Internet of Things was born. Actually, in 2008, we came to light for IoT, and in 2011, Gartner, the market research company, included the Internet of Things technology in their research. And the history was, so this was the history of IoT, how it works. Actually, IoT requires 4 components for its सही से काम IoT वर्क करने के लिए we require 4 components, and that is first we require most common sensors and devices, and for connectivity we require a Bluetooth network or Wi-Fi network, LAN network for connecting our devices to the microcontroller, and also for data processing we require, and user interface. So entire IoT process starts with the device themselves, like a smartphone, that is smartwatches, electronic appliances like TV, washing machine, which helps us to communicate with the IoT platform. These are the basic platform for controlling our IoT-based devices. And in this tutorial, we will learn fundamental components. And main fundamental components are sensor or devices. And sensor devices are key components that help us to collect live data from surrounding environment. Sensors like temperature or what our location, and what is the pressure, what is the environment air quality. These are main sensors that data are wirelessly to be collected for our IoT projects. It could be a monitoring of temperature, or it may be in the form of video feed. Through video feed, that is CCTV cameras that we we use for IoT projects. A device may have various types of sensors which performs multiple tasks apart from sensing. Uh, for example, a mobile is a device which has multiple sensors like GPS camera, but our smartphone is not able to sense these things because our smartphone we require with a smartphone we require other sensors to be connected to have data, and for data to be connected from one device to another device we require a connectivity, and all the collected data can be sent through that network to the server, and server can be our it can be a cloud server or a local server that where we can collect our data and we can access from those servers to our particular requirement. Data processing is another most important aspect in this IoT. Once the data is collected into the server, and the software performs processing on the gathered data. This process can be just checking the temperature reading on the devices like AC or heaters. However, it can sometimes also be very complex, like identifying objects using computer vision on video. So these is the process for these are the process to be used in the IoT, and we will also show you practically how the devices are controlled using some practical work. We will use two protocols in this practical practical works. We will control the light devices or fan using two protocols. One will be of HTTP, using HTTP protocol. Using IP we will control the devices, and another will be of MQTT using Adafruit, and IFTTT using Google Assistant. We will control the devices, and so user interface. Fourth part is user interface. The information needs to be available to the end-to-end users in some way, which can be achieved by triggering alarms on their phones or sending them notification through email or text message. The user sometimes might need an interface which actively check their IoT systems. For example, we use a camera installed in homes. He wants to access video recording, and all feeds will be help of a web server. So all the data are finally saved to a server where we can access according to our requirements. However, it is not always a one-way communication. We can depend on IoT application and complexity of the system. The user may also be able to perform an action which may create cascading effects. So for example, if we detects any changes in the temperature of the refrigerator, which helps IoT technology, the user should be able to adjust the temperature with the help of their mobile phone. So अगर room temperature हम लोग control करना है, तो फिर not necessary that we require to use AC remote. We can control it with mobile for controlling of the refrigerator or AC. So IoT application is used in every aspect of the field. So first of all, it is in होम कंज्यूमर हम लोग घर में भी देखते हैं, बहुत सारे यूज होता है इस आईटी प्रोजेक्ट को हम लोग यूज कर सकते हैं होम में. जैसे कि हम लोग सिक्योरिटी पर्पस के लिए हम लोग कैमरा यूज करते हैं, तो दैट कैमरा कैन बी कनेक्टेड टू अ नेटवर्क एंड वी कैन एक्सेस इट फ्रॉम एनीवेयर अपार्ट फ्रॉम होम और इन द ऑफिस. We can control it by at home. We can use IoT for the application of tracking the devices, such as we can track whether our one home appliance is available, and temperature control is most common in the IoT application for home remedies. Sensors connected to the network. Sensors are always to be connected. For that, we need to have uh, access of the internet. Uh, Second application of IoT is transport mobility. In transport mobility, we can communicate for improved communication in transport, such that we can have better communication with where we want to uh, go, and we need a desired vehicle for to transport from one place to another. So using IoT, we have several apps for apps such as Uber or Ola, we use nowadays for transport mobility. And traffic control from using what we use now, most common is Google apps, Google Maps. Using Google Map, we can know the traffic, where the traffic is heavy or where the traffic is smooth. So in transport mobility also, IoT is very playing a very important role. And using this in transport mobility, we can see which for making to see whether our fuel consumption is sufficient or low. We can use it by using different sensors installed in our vehicle. Uh, in health body, IoT is revolutionizing the medical health facility. So we can in health body, we will see, we are looking now that we can track health patients at several hospitals. Most common application for this is in health body is remote patient monitoring is the most common application. Glucose and moreover, we can control glucose maintenance, heart rate, and depression and mood monitoring also are also playing important role in IoT application. Nowadays new technology are introduced in IoT application for ingestible sensors, the sensors that can be ingested in body, and according to that the data is analyzed from human's body. In building infrastructure, the IoT application are to monitor the machine health and predicting maintenance, and for the better service. And for cities industries, it is playing a wide role for traffic control, from traffic control to water waste management, from charging status to Wi-Fi coverage and surveillance system. And for making smart cities, we require IoT most probably. IoT solutions are widely in numerous companies across industries. Some most common IoT applications are smart thermostats, which help us to save resource on heating bills by knowing your user's pattern. So using a smart thermostat, we can control this what will be the bill and when to use and when to not to use that device. We can set a timer for that, and we can access for that, and we can reduce our bills for connected cars. IoT helps automobile companies for handling bills, parking, insurance, and related stuffs automatically. Activity trackers, which this helps us to capture heart rate pattern, calorie expenditure, activities levels, and skin temperature on our wrist. So these are many IoT applications which companies from across industries are using for life to be more easy. Smart outlets remotely turn any device on or off. It also allows us to track a device energy level and get custom notification directly into our smartphone. Parking sensors. Parking sensors are IoT technology which helps us to identify real-time availability of parking spaces in our phones. Connected health, to the concept of connected healthcare system facility and the real-time health monitoring and the patient care. It helps in improve medical decision making based on patient data. A smart city offers all types of use cases which include traffic management to water distribution, waste management, etc. So IoT is a vast field. So we can have use at every aspect. A smart home encapsulates the activity inside our homes. It includes smoke detectors, home appliances, light bulbs, windows, doors, locks, etc. We can access it remotely. So smart supply chain, which smart supply chain helps us to in real time tracking of goods while they are on the roads and getting supplier to exchange inventory information. Challenges of Internet of Things. At present, it is faced in so many challenges in IT. The insufficient testing and update. It requires lots of tests for updating and making our system. And concern regarding data security and privacy is one of the most important concern for security purpose in the IoT projects. Software complexity. The complexity in the software, which is also one of the important challenge that we have to look at. Data volumes and interpretation. In integration with AI and automation, devices require a constant power supply, which is very difficult, which need to be monitored regularly, or for constant power supply. Interaction and short range communication. Advantages of IoT. IoT has lots of advantages. Earlier it was if we have to connect, for example, after this lockdown, we can see that the IoT projects are increasing rapidly. Because we are in lockdown, we were in lockdown phase, and our studies suffered a lot, and for that our studies were made online. Classes were arranged. For that, this IIT is responsible for that also. Earlier, when we have to go to the library or to the medical shop, we have to go to each and every places one by one. But after IoT, every device, every system is connected through through internet, and we can have everything from a single room, and we can access for the library, or for our online classes to schools or colleges, or we can have we can have a food order from sitting in room. That is also a part of IoT. Key benefits of IoT technology are as follows. Technology optimization. Technology optimization. IoT technology helps a lot in improving technologies and making them better. For example, with IoT, manufacturer is able to collect the data from various car sensors, and manufacturer analyzes them to improve its design and make them more efficient. Improve data collection. For for example, we can see that when for making IoT project, such as when we want to water our garden, we manually water it. But using IoT, when we want to water our garden, we will have to look at the moisture. What is the moisture? What is the percent of moisture in the soil? So for that, we can use a sensor, soil moisture sensor, and that sensor can be connected to the through actuators and install those into the soil for its moisture calculation. This information is sent to IoT gateway with the help of MQTT or HTTP protocol, and that gateway aggregates the data and feeds it to the cloud with the help of Wi-Fi LAN. And remotely, the sensor will collect the data, and when the moisture level goes down, when the moisture level goes down, the sensor, the actuators and sensor will activate itself, and automatically the sprinkler will start, and it will automatically water our garden. So on so it in into the, and that what is the status, what is the soil condition, that data can be sent to the server, and that data can be taken out and printed through the reports. It can be made available for the status of this soil. So this might be the example for IoT, and simple example for IoT in our day-to-day life. So the benefits for IoT technology: improved data collection. Traditional data collections have its limitation, and it's designed for passive use. IoT facilitates immediate action on data. Reduced waste. IoT offers a real-time information, leading to effective decision making and management of resources. So it will allow us to reduce the wastage. And for example, if the manufacturer finds an issue in multiple car engine, he can track the manufacturer plan of for example, if a manufacturer finds an issue in the engine of a car, he can track the manufacturer plan of those engines and solve the issue with the manufacturer bill. So we can access it and reduce the waste, and we can plan for a better development in the product. For improved customer engagement, IoT allows us to improve customer experience by detecting problems and improving process. And disadvantages of IoT. Let us see. Security is the most important disadvantages for IoT. IoT technology creates an ecosystem of connected devices. However, during this process, a system may offer little authentication control despite sufficient security measures. For any application to get authentication is necessary, and for in that case security is very important. Privacy. The use of IoT exposes substantial amount of personal data in extreme details without the user active participations. This creates lot of privacy users issues. So these demerits maybe an issue. For flexibility, there is huge concern regarding the flexibility of IoT system. It is mainly regarding integrating with another system, as there are many diverse systems involved in the process. Complexity. The design of IoT system is not quite simple. It requires complexity with the connecting devices, with the hardware and with software, and moreover its development and maintenance is also very not so easy. Compliance. IoT has its own set of rules, so IoT has its own set of protocols. However, because of its complexity, the task of compliance is quite challenging. So we require a team that can have better IoT products. IoT best practices. We will now learn about the best practices of IoT. Design of products for reliability and security. The products that we design in IoT must be reliable, and we can depend upon that the data that IoT products are accessing and providing, and must be our user friendly and require, and security must be of use strong authentication and security protocols. Disable disable non-essential services, which will be also required for IoT best practice. Ensure internet management and IoT management hubs and services are required. Energy efficient algorithms should be designed for the system to be active longer. So these are the basics for IoT that for best practice, and from IoT we can from IoT we have its application of home automation. Home automation is one of the part of the IoT. So basically, in our course, we will be looking at after home automation. And home automation means what we will see in the lab. We will be practicing looking at how LED or lights or fans gets controlled through our smartphone or through system that we use. So automation. What automation means? Automation means automatic control. Automatic control mechanism used for operating various devices with minimum human intervention without many effort used by human, that we can control the system. Home automation allows the user to take complete control of their home through remote controllable aspects with the aid of electronic gadgets. We will be using some controllers for hardware deployment. Automation system can be controlled from central host PC, the internet connected, and also through the mobile phones, which is the combination of computer and information technology. System can range from simple remote control of lighting to complex computer. Microcontroller based networks with varying degree of intelligence and automation. So home automation includes controlling through a controller. We will be using a controller that is node MCU, which is programmed in which can be programmed in Arduino IDE or Luna. We will see that later. Latest trends. What trends nowadays? What trends are and which controller are we using, and what are its use in today's life? Turn the heat on or down by from anywhere with our smartphone or tablets with a programmable thermostat. Wireless power controls. Home automation allows to control my myriad devices that are installed an automated sound system for music inside or outside home, along with lighting, security, and pool features. Automated door locks. Door lock take the guesswork out of using a key by authenticating the front door to unlock or even open by using biometric or by using face recognition. We can see access for the door or door lock automation. Advanced security system. It provides the user the security by making use of alarms that can be controlled by the handheld devices. Basically, we will be using Node MCU in this home automation course, and Node MCU is that will be connected with a driver or a driver that is relay that will trip using our Node MCU, and we can the number of devices we want to control is also directly proportional to number of driver we will be using. How number of devices, when we increase the number of devices that to be controlled by our hardware, that is Node MCU controller, we will have to increase driver, that is relay. And that is Node MCU is basically a Wi-Fi module that can be accessed by connecting it through internet or using MQTT. This Node MCU is this is the basic connection, and it requires both AC and DC source. For activation of this controller, we require DC source of 5 to 6 volt, and this is the simple connection that we use in this relay. I will show you later. Hardware for IoT. IoT projects. We can in IoT projects we can use different hardware modules. That is cost efficient and which will be best for our projects, and that will be in our basic bill of materials, basic bill that can be of minimum cost. That these are some of the hardware that can be used in for IoT project. This is the Raspberry Pi. That can be used for IoT projects, and this is particle.io product, and this is Arduino Webmos. This one is Node MCU that we are using in this project. This is Intel edition, and this is Adafruit development board. Software for IoT. project software software mainly depends upon our hardware, what types of hardware we are using. In this course we are using NodeMCU, as I have said earlier, that NodeMCU runs on Lua scripting, and can also work on Arduino IDE. So we are using Arduino IDE for programming NodeMCU, and this is Node MCU, and it's pin connection, pin out. So Lua scripting language Lua scripting language is used for this Node MCU, but we are using Arduino IDE, which is easy for us. And this is the Wi-Fi module that can be that is used in this project. For Node MCU, the basic for Arduino IDE for better our understanding. हम लोग नोड एमसीयू को सीखने से पहले हम लोग को बेसिक्स जानना होगा, आर्डिनो क्या होता है, और फिर आर्डिनो कैसे काम करता है, आर्डिनो के साथ क्या सॉफ्टवेयर यूज होते हैं. सो इसके लिए हम लोग नोड एमसीयू को जानने से पहले हम लोग को ये आर्डिनो में जानना होगा. आर्डिनो बेसिकली डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ आर्डिनो, ये दिस इज आर्डिनो बोर्ड, आर्डिनो यूनो बोर्ड, एंड वी कैन also use a different Arduino boards such that Arduino Mega, Arduino Uno, Nano, depending on our project requirement. And the most common and basic Arduino board is this Arduino Uno. It has a total of 20 digital and analog input output pins, and 14. It has 14 digital pins and 6 analog pins, and include in this 14 digital pins there are 6 PWM pins. Actually, Arduino is an open source electronic platform based on easy to use hardware and software. सो आगे बढ़ने से पहले हम लोग 2 मिनट का ब्रेक लेंगे. सो if anybody having any doubt, you can ask. Hello, anyone listening? Anybody having any doubt?
No, sir.
So
No,
thank
sir.
you. We will continue after 5 minutes of break. Sorry, 1 minute of break. So if anybody having any doubt, you can ask.
से हो गया मेरा चेहरा साउथ अफ्रीकन जैसा. तो फिर मैं गई 4 किलो पहले स्क्रब किया, फिर दूसरे वाले स्क्रब किया, फिर अभी बाथरूम से आती चिप्स खा रही हूँ.
प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाना, कैमरा चालू है, कैमरा दिखाने के लिए कुछ कुछ सामने दिखाएंगे।
अभी आपको पहले दिखाना है या फिर पहले कंप्लीट कीजिएगा?
दिखाना भी फिर आगे बढ़ेंगे। शो कर देता हूँ। वीडियो हम लोग जो प्रोजेक्ट में यूज कर रहे हैं वो बेसिकली आज हम लोग सिर्फ डेमो दिखाएंगे। कल दिस इज द नोड एमसीयू और इसी को यूज कर हम लोग होम ऑटोमेशन इस प्रोजेक्ट को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। और नोड एमसीयू को जानने से पहले हम लोग बेसिकली क्या आर्डिनो होता है, आर्डिनो हार्डवेयर क्या होते हैं, आर्डिनो आईडीई क्या है, कैसे काम करता है, हम लोग इसमें कोड किस तरह से अपलोड करते हैं, हमारा सिस्टम किस तरह काम करेगा। बेसिकली आज हम लोग सिर्फ एलईडी यूज कर आज देखेंगे कि किस तरह से हम लोग काम कर रहा है हमारा ऑटोमेशन सिस्टम। एंड टुमारो वी विल बी लुकिंग एट द आफ्टर डिप्लॉइंग द सिस्टम in LED bulb of 220 volt and using MQTT and HTTP protocol. So आज हम लोग बेसिकली क्या आर्डिनो होता है और किस तरह से हमारा सिस्टम काम कर रहा है वो आज जानते हैं। This is Node MCU and this is Arduino Uno. It will be used for simple and smaller projects, and for big projects we will be using Arduino Mega. It has there is no difference between these boards, but the actual difference is that it has more number of digital and analog input output pins. So let me move forward for this presentation. What is Arduino? Arduino is an open source electronic platform based on easy to use hardware and software. It is very user friendly, and we can it does not require that we will have to be very good in programming, or we will have to have a good knowledge of programming language. We can have a simple demo for that. Arduino boards are able to read inputs in the form of light on a sensor or finger on a button or a Twitter message, and turn it into an output, activating a motor, turning on an LED, publishing something online. We can tell our board what to do by sending a set of instructions to the microcontroller on the board. मतलब कि हम लोग कंट्रोलर को कमांड हम लोग कंट्रोलर को कमांड भेजेंगे अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर रिक्वायरमेंट्स, एंड दैट कमांड विल एक्ट एज and that command will act as our what we want to do with our hardware. We can tell our boards what to do by sending a set of instruction and microcontroller on the board. To do so, we will be using Arduino. Yes, anybody? To do so, we will be using Arduino programming language and connecting it with the hardware, and based on that we will be processing. All Arduino boards are completely open source because it is cost free, and that will be our project will be our open source. All Arduino boards are completely open source, empowering users to build them independently and eventually adapt them to their particular needs. Uh, that open source will have advantage that we can modify in the hardware or software, and we don't have to pay extra for that. Arduino software. Arduino integrated development environment on Arduino IDE. It contains a text editor for writing code, a message area, a text console or toolbar with buttons, common functions of the series of manners. It connects to the Arduino hardware to upload programs and communicate with them. Writing sketches. In programming hardware, we in Arduino IDE, programs written using Arduino software are called sketch. That code we will be writing in the Arduino IDE, that codes are termed as sketches. These sketches are written in text editor and are saved with a file extension .ino. That file extension for the Arduino code is .ino. The editor has features for cutting and pasting, for the searching and placing text. The message area gives feedback while saving and exporting also displays error. The console displays text output by Arduino IDE, including complete error messages are displayed in the bottom of the Arduino IDE. I will show you how the Arduino IDE are working and how it looks. This is the Arduino IDE, basic platform for programming our hardware. And this is the center. This center of this Arduino IDE will. This is for creating a new file. This is shortcut key for creating a new programming file, and for installing IDE, we need for how we will download this Arduino software, and for that we need to know how we need to go to the web browser, and we will be looking at the official website at arduino.cc. From we can download Arduino IDE from arduino.cc. From here we can look at Arduino is different parts for our requirement, and here at the software not, we can click on the downloads, and according to our Windows, we are using our Windows 7, so we can we are using Windows 10, so we can download this Arduino IDE of above Windows 7, and that will work out on our system fine. On clicking here, we can see we need to just downloads, and if we can contribute to the Arduino CC, we can contribute for that. Just downloads, and here from that we can get an extension file, and we will save according to our downloads. So after installing this Arduino, we will have to set up Arduino by after installing, we will our system will look the software will look like this. And for we have different different example codes in this software, and we need not to bother about what from where we will have to manage codes or download codes. We have some basics to understand and learn this Arduino. I will show you how simple. I will show you how simple in uploading this Arduino code in this software in our hardware. So we will look at a code, blink code that will help. That will show you how LED will blink according to our time interval. If we this is a simple code, and this code includes two parts, and that is void setup and void loop. In void setup, we program set we initialize digital at sorry in void setup, we set up function that runs once in our program. Means we have to set for it to run at only once in the system, and for a system to the void loop with the while loop, the function runs over and over again and again forever. Means the code we runs in this part will continuously follow in the loop, and they will continuously repeat itself. So I am this one is for compiling whether our code is whether our code have any errors, or our code is okay. So from here we can by clicking here we can look at whether our code have any error or not. Then after with error free code, we will see have this it will display a compiling done. That means our code is perfect and good, and it has no errors in this. And in Arduino IDE, we will see this. This one is for uploading the code. If you want to upload the code, we can click here, and there are different parts in this. Yes, for uploading code in a particular board, that which type of code we are using. I will be showing you in Arduino, how to upload a code to run our hardware. First of all, in this demo, I am showing you for using Arduino Uno. In Arduino, we have to in tools we will have to go and look after the board, which board we are to use. So for Arduino Uno, we have to select here. This is different Arduino boards are available to be connected. So I am using Arduino Uno. We have to select Arduino Uno. Arduino, then after port connection, port at which our data can be seen or looked after. Arduino as ISP. This is Arduino Uno, and at which pin we have to connect, we have to show it in white setup, which pin I am connecting with. And in Arduino Uno, pin number 13 is also known as built-in pin. Hence, at this pin number 13, there is a default LED is built in this Arduino Uno. So for visualization, I am adding an external LED to show you how our output will look after programming it blink code. So this one is 13 pin is built in. So this is a LED, and it has two terminals, one to be supplied with a positive power, and smaller pin is for ground, to be connected with ground. So I will be using a longer, it has two terminal, so longer side is of positive and smaller one is negative. So I will be connecting it directly to the at pin number 13. So we need not another resistor for adding this LED to the another digital input output pins. You will have to add an extra resistance for. So what resistance will do? It will drop the voltage so that our LED will not will be not damaged. At pin number 13, it has built in, so we do not require an extra resistor. So I am connected to the pin number 13. So connected directly pin number 13. So I am adding the USB to our system. It has a reset button, and after clicking on this reset button, we can see if our LED is good or it is damaged. That it will show a blink. So our LED is working in good condition. So now we will upload code, blinking code, to see how it works with this Arduino IDE. So after setting up, choosing the board which we are using, to start present now. Enter. Select the part. So no, this is ID. This now Arduino ID. So where we have configured our boards, we have selected our boards what we are using. We will be selecting port after connecting which port we are using. If we do not select the particular port, then our code will show an error. So after connecting to the port, now we do not have to edit anything in the code, because we have added this is the LED built in, means this is defined predefined that this pin is pin number 13 that I have connected LED. That pin is LED built in, and so we need not have to extra define that pin. Now we simply click here, click on this upload button, and this code will be uploaded in our microcontroller. It is uploading. It is taking some time. Does not take so much time in uploading this code, but it is taking time. So how now? Oh, the port we have selected is wrong one. Port COM port 3 is connected to Arduino, so our code is not being uploaded. Now let me Yes, now it is showing. Let us again upload it. It is showing error, but it will show. Verify it. Yes, done. So code has been uploaded in our microcontroller. We can see how. Let me stop sharing screen. See, after uploading the Blink code, we can see how this software is helping to control this LED. We have programmed in the code to blink this LED for in the interval of 1 second, and it is showing at how our LED is blinking for after every 1 second. So similarly, we can code in this Arduino. This is the most simplest. This is the most simplest and basic code for Arduino that we can learn with how to start with Arduino basics. More we can have another example for how we can fade, means from blinking to the low blinking to fade the LED, and we need to change the some we have to change some changes. We have to do some changes in the programs. So first, here we are looking at pin mode. This mode is used for describing which pin we want to control, and that pin is of digital input output pin. So we write a digital write program. So here LED built-in is indicating the pin, which pin number it is connected, and for 1 second it will be high. High means the LED will glow, and the voltage level will be high, and that will show you that LED is blinking, and for 1 second. And another digital write for LED built in for that. This is for indicating the pin number, and for low is the voltage level at that pin will be low, means 0 volt for 1 second. Now I will show you how to fade this LED. This is fading code for LED to from not directly stop blinking. It will show you how from what कम जलते हुए ज़्यादा जलेगा, ऐसा ये शो करेगा. So we will have to select the board first of all. Which board I am using? That is, Then after we'll be looking at the port, which port it is connected to, and that is COM port 3, and simply upload it. Code has been uploaded, and I will show you how it is. It will be showing fading light, and that it will धीरे धीरे जलता है, फिर धीरे धीरे जलकर fade करेगा. So I think in the video it is not showing so clear. I will be using another LED of different color. It might look you familiar with. I am changing LED. I am directly removing it. and adding another LED. Pin number 13, positive. So it is showing a fading light of LED. Simple code. It is in this code. It has three parts defined here. First, at beginning, we uh, define the pin connections, which pin and which pin it is connected, and what is the pin name it is defined here. It is connected to pin 13. Earlier, I was showing a built-in LED, and that was that pin is default named as built-in for pin number 13. But I am adding here showing pin number 13. We can remove built-in LED by 13, and that is what our Arduino Uno has. Uh, has that pin connections, and this is the what time means. I am denoting here. यहाँ बता रहे हैं हम लोग कि कितने सेकंड के लिए ये फेड करेगा. हम लाइट यहाँ पर डिनोशन कर रहे हैं, and this is described in a millisecond, and in Arduino, we actually denote time in 100. We denote time in 1,000. That 1,000 denotes 1 second, and 1,000 showing 1,000 means we are giving time interval of 1 second, and that is 1,000 millisecond. So here I am denoting 50 means it is 50 millisecond, and here it is 5 millisecond. For 50 millisecond, the delay we are showing here. Sorry, a void loop. Void loop. I am describing what the code will show you. The code will work for a simple one. It will run for one at a time, and in void loop it will rapidly repeat the loop for continuously until the power is given to the LED. So int here is describing the interval of time. Means the 255 is described for the brightness level of the LED. That brightness that refers to the amount of intensity the light will glow, and in this analog right LED pin we have described pin number 13, and for the intensity I for intensity here we have described for intensity of the LED, and delay for what time is described here 50 seconds, and I plus step here I'm giving to increase rapidly after 5 milliseconds. The light will increase by 5 milliseconds to 50 milliseconds. That will show up and glowing up and glowing down for LED. So this was the basic for blinking of LED. Now I will show you how to control our LED using HTTP protocol. To controlling with IP address, I will be accessing that this LED using IP for controlling of the device. For that IP equipment. This is some little bit complex from that blinking code. This will be Arduino IDE code for controlling our I have for controlling two devices. This is a IP based control system. तो कल इसका हम लोग एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिकल दिखाएंगे, आज सिर्फ डेमो ही शो करेंगे इसमें. फर्स्ट कल हम लोग Arduino adafruit.io प्लस गूगल असिस्टेंट यूज करके किस तरह से हम लोग डिवाइस को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, कल शो करेंगे. और HTTP जो अभी यूज हम लोग करेंगे एक LED यूज करके, जो अभी ब्लिंकिंग में यूज किए हैं LED, उसको यूज करके जो दिखाए हैं बताए हैं वो बताएंगे. टू कंट्रोल by controlling HTTP IP protocol by HTTP IP protocol. So कल हम with deployed equipment devices we will show you. Let me for that this is the code for Node MCU I am using to control the devices. This Node MCU, first of all, for after setting up downloading Arduino IDE, we will have to do some changes for using this for using this Node MCU. It is also it is ESP8266. It is a Node MCU part of ESP8266. Sorry, ESP8266 is a part of Node MCU. So and for Node MCU to be set up in this Arduino IDE, we have to do a couple of changes. First of all, we need to add write a JSON index file in preference. We need to add for adding Node MCU the board manager. We need to write this line in the preference. So tomorrow when we will be showing you the practical of this project. You can download this Arduino and you have some practical work at looking how it actually works, and you can do some research for this for better understanding tomorrow. So after adding this JSON file, we can now have to add here Node MCU board. For Node MCU board, we will be unable to see because I have earlier added this preference file. So we can look at here Node MCU here what we are using. This Node MCU 1.0 ESP2LE module I am using. For that, when you will be using for the first time, you will have to add boards in this Arduino IDE. Here we will be searching for a Node MCU, and you will have to install this this Arduino board. And I have used 2.6.3 version because it was not the higher version was not working on the system. So you have to we will have some problem in uploading code. So I am using some different version. So you will have to install ESP8266 version 2.6.3. And after installing this Arduino board, you will be you will have options for Node MCU boards, different Node MCU boards. I will show you some others Node MCU boards tomorrow. So after selecting this Node MCU board, you will see a different setup have automatically it has been set up. So you need not to change anything from these pins. First, only you have to add ports. So I have just not connected my Node MCU port. I will be connecting it. I have connected my port, and this one is COM port for Node MCU. This one is COM port. If you are unable to see which COM port our device is connected, we can we can have that confusion away by looking at uh, okay. Here our Node MC is connected to the COM port 4, and for that this code to be installed in this code to be uploaded in Node MCU, you will have these libraries to be installed in your system. So for installing this library, you will have to go into the sketch, and in the sketch folder you will see a different options, and from here down we will see include library, and from here we can add the required libraries by adding zip. If we have a zip file downloaded or managed, we will go directly to the manage library options, and you will have to install some libraries for this device, this Node MCU to show error-free code uploading. So we will have to uh, include these libraries Wi-Fi manager and the NSS system, ESP8266 web server, different libraries to be installed. For example, it is ESP8266 Wi-Fi. This was ESP82 installed in this in this IDE. ESP Wi-Fi manager. Wi-Fi manager is installed in the system, and similarly, how we added a board for this IDE, we will be adding the libraries in the Arduino IDE. So different libraries to be installed for this code to be uploaded. So these are the libraries to be installed in this code, and after that we will have to add the network. What network our device is to be connected with this? What network our device is to be connected? So our network is We have added our network this. So after adding net access ID and password, you will have to set up some of the we have to set up some changes, and this one is int LED, means the what pin it is connected with, to which pin our device is to be added. so that we can control it. We can change it what our requirement is. I have shown you in the presentation the pin connection and the pin connection of node into what yes node into that our device is connected to pin GPIO pin 12, and this is D6. D6 is digital pin 6, and we have to show write in the code. Either we will add a D6 or we will have to write a 12, that is GPIO pin. So I am in this code. In this code, I am adding uh, 12 and 13. That means that our device is connected to the GPIO pin 12 and 13. That means D6 and D7. And this our device, our LED will be controlled from these pins. So we will have to add the IP address for this to which HTTP IP we will be looking at to control our devices. This is the IP address, and this one is to configure our device. We will have to do some changes. This one page, and this page is exactly what this page is what we will be looking at with our our web page. Our IP address page will look will show LED on and LED off. I am adding two devices for demo, and after that serial begin is for at what baud rate we want to look at here we will have to see serial monitor. Serial monitor, what shows our output is what we want to look print in the serial. That we will be looking at in the serial monitor what a serial print we want to see. Serial.begin, and at this baud rate our serial output will be visible, and this Wi-Fi.begin for SSID and password. When we will first let me show you how our web page will look like. First of all, upload after uploading the code, let me show you how our IP web page will look like and how it will show output in the node MCU. Our code is being uploaded in the system, and it is done uploading. 100% the code has been uploaded in the system. Now our device, whether our device is connected to the network or not, it will show in you in the serial monitor. After looking at the baud rate, the device is being connected to this. Yes, our device is connected to the our given network to the MM and IP address. We will have to write this IP in the HTTP to see to control our device. So here, what I was talking about baud rate, that is what to see at what serial monitor we want to see the output. It will be same to what we have given in the code. So after adding different baud rate, we will have to change this baud rate. So let us see how our device is being controlled from our smartphone. This let me change the LED. This will be so I have added. First of all, you have to change the Wi-Fi network of your system so that our device is connected to the same network. I have given to the network of and after that connecting to the network. Uh, you will have to give IP address what our serial monitor was showing. That was 192.168.1.230. So after putting that IP address in the HTTP link, so we will see two devices options are given in this page. In this page, so for one device it is on, for other device it is off. We can see two devices are on and off. So I will be turning this off. So our one device, one LED is being had been done off. Another device, so we can see controlling our device from our smartphone and controlling it from mobile using HTTP IP protocol. And I will be showing showing this control by using MQTT tomorrow, and we'll be using LED bulb, AC LED bulb. This is a LED bulb of DC. It works on 2 volt to 5 volt. So we see that how our device is being controlled from a smartphone. This is just a basic uh, uh, basic of the beginner. So okay, done with this today. Anybody having any questions, they can ask. So you have seen the demo how to control our devices using this HTTP IP protocol. So I will be taking a break of 1 minute. So anybody having any questions, any query, please ask. So I think nobody having any doubts. So tomorrow class will be more interesting. कल हम लोग क्लास में जो डिवाइस अभी नोड एमसीयू से कंट्रोल कर रहे थे दो एलईडी को, कल हम लोग कंट्रोल करेंगे इसको अपने वॉइस गूगल असिस्टेंट यूज करके। ओके, गूगल असिस्टेंट को यूज कर नोड एडाफ्रूट आईओ को यूज कर IFTTT प्रोटोकॉल यूज करके हम लोग किस तरह से वॉइस इनेबल्ड होम ऑटोमेशन सिस्टम को बना सकते हैं। तो उसको हम लोग किस तरह से करेंगे कल हम लोग देखेंगे। And in this in this Arduino IDE there was one slide I missed it. For verifying the code, you need this was the I have shown in the code that this for the verifying the code, for uploading code this arrow is used, and for creating a new sketch that for creating a new code for programming code, this one is this is the symbol that is denoted. So that basically that was the basic of the Arduino and Arduino hardware and Arduino IDE and the node MCU. So कल हम लोग अपनी वॉइस से किस तरह से कंट्रोल करेंगे अपने होम ऑटोमेशन सिस्टम को। So basically that will be more interesting tomorrow. So anybody having any queries or doubts, so please go, or please give feedback for this tutorial. So please give feedback for this tutorial, and tomorrow class I have said earlier it will be more interesting how we will be controlling our system with Google Assistant, and that we will be using Adafruit IO and IFTTT protocol for controlling our system. So I think आज के लिए हम लोग इतना रहने देते हैं। इसी के साथ हम लोग क्लास को आज समाप्त करते हैं। कल at the same time at 3 PM we will see you. Thank you everybody.
Thank you, sir.